Microsoft Excel Understanding Zoom and Print Preview. We have a file open called Example. The file name's written here in the title bar. And if we have a look down the bottom, we'll notice that this particular file contains 3 different worksheets or sheets. One of them is called Worksheet, one of them is called Database, and the other is called Chart 1. Also notice that we have a little table on the screen and one of the cells is selected. Now notice with this cell that in the name box here it gives you the name of that cell. It's B4. Notice that the B, or the column header, is mentioned first and then the row header. It's really just like reading a street directory. Now if we take a look in our standard toolbar, there is a zoom drop down area. It currently says 150%, and if we go to the drop down arrow and click, we'll be presented with a range of different choices. I'm simply going to go to 100 and click it. And now we can see a lot more of our spreadsheet. It's important to know that that doesn't affect how it prints. So we can zoom in to 200%. We see a lot closer view of our spreadsheet, but it will still print exactly the same. So I'm going to change the zoom back to 100 and I'm going to do a print preview. So I click File in the menu bar, move my mouse down to Print Preview. Remember this little icon, we'll cover it shortly. And when I click, we're currently looking at our spreadsheet in Print Preview. If I scroll to the right, notice there are no lines, there are no column headings. And if I scroll to the left, there are no row headings. Also notice that we have a Print Preview toolbar here. If I click Zoom, I'll zoom out. If I click Zoom again, I'll zoom in. Now I don't need to click on the Zoom button. I can simply move my mouse anywhere over the preview and click, and I'll zoom out. And then when I've zoomed out, notice my mouse is like a looking glass, a magnifying glass. If I click, I will zoom in. I've zoomed in to white space. That white space is at the bottom of our spreadsheet. If I click again, I zoom out. If I move my mouse to the top right hand corner of the spreadsheet and I click, I will zoom to the top right hand corner. If I click again, I'll zoom out. If I click on the top left hand corner, I'll zoom into the top left hand corner. So I'll zoom out one more time. That's how our spreadsheet looks. I'm going to close out of Print Preview, back to our spreadsheet. I'm going to zoom in to 200%, and then I'm going to go back to Print Preview. Notice when it prints out, it looks exactly the same. So I'll close out, I'll change the zoom back to 100%, and just point out that there's the quick way to go to Print Preview. The Print Preview button in the standard toolbar.